Alright, hey y'all, this is User Nightwind. I hope y'all was able today to do Saturday's free room removal because it is now officially over. I am exhausted because I went after too many months. That's my problem. Because I have too many. I am not bragging, it's just too much work. Every time I have free removal day, I am busy. Why? Why? Reset should be in effect. It is over. It is done. I'm just gonna go over the top 5 months that I actually went after because I needed some, needed a few. I'm gonna pick 2 out of each category. 2 out of water, 2 out of wind, 2 out of fire. And I only had 1 in light and 1 in dark that I focused on. So I mentioned the light. The dark I just did because I was interested and it's not really something I was on. Okay, let's start with the 2. Well, I wish I could add 1 more, but I'm going for my main 2 that I was Megan and Sig. Those was the main 2 in water. I was going after Megan and Sig because I want to use her lead. And I felt like my Sig was not hitting hard enough to help me do what I can do or help me in the long run. So I'm just gonna show you what I changed to it. Please do not try my rune set. I'm just working with rune sets I have. I strongly recommend that people that start in this game, which I fail to do, please make you a solid team for giants and dragons. Giants 10, dragons 10 if you're there. For earlier people, just try to get to at least 5. B5 on both. Or 6. But make you a solid team so you can get the rooms you need. I'm going to show my Sig right now. It's not impressive. I know everybody's so speed over 200. Speed over 200 and all that junk. Well, it takes too long to try to get that damn set up. Excuse my language. I was supposed to do guard, which I was trying that, which is blade, and I just went blade madness. If I really had all of it, I would just do complete blade. That's what I'm doing. Because I tried Viral Revenge. I don't have enough Viral, and I pretty much allocated my revenge to some other monsters that needed it more than my Sig at the moment. So I went oddly enough, but speed, critical damage, HP is what you going for, or I went for. Let me see, as far as, let's see, sorry y'all, I'm just all over the place, because like I said, doing this was very exhausting. If you had more than 10 monsters you trying to work on, this is not, and you pretty much need the whole day to do free room. And unfortunately, I was busy doing things, but those were more important than this. Base setup that they have on Sig is Fatal Blade attack, critical rate attack, and that's for beginners. And then later on, they have Violent Wheel attack, critical damage, attack. And subs are basically mostly in critical rate, critical damage, or speed. So, but like I said, I do not have any violent wheel right now, so several runs, but I need to get my team together, which like I said, I cannot stress enough. G10, D10 teams, please get them together, because that's where I failed. Also, I'm going to do a secondary note for newer players. Even out your runes on the amount of where, like, this is one I had stored, but even out your runes, so in the long run, when you got use mana to level them up, it don't seem like it's being forever, because you got one back at 3, your other 6, and your other 9. So try to even out your runes. That's another thing I did not do. And also, I used a lot of the manager thing to try to find me some runes. And you can pick off or take off, or you know use what you need. That helped me search down and made some of it less problematic. The next one I did was galleon, which my galleon was never truly runed properly anyway, period, at all. Oh, I said I was gonna do Megan, but I went with Swift Wheel. And speed, which I don't have, critical damage, accuracy. Okay, let me go to Megan. I'm sorry. I was not as okay. I might as well do 3 out of all of them now, since I didn't get it. No, I'm gonna. I really want to focus on Megan, but I'm gonna throw it out there. Galleon, basics, swift focus, speed, attack, accuracy. Speed, attack, accuracy, and then later on, violent revenge, speed, critical damage, attack. Basis, speed, critical rate, critical damage. Alright, other one, like I said, was Megan. Like I said, like I said, I'm using both of them basically for they speed, basically, really pretty much. And like I said, please do not, look at my rune set. I'm basing on what I have in my pocket at the moment. I am not going to be one of them folks that's trying the expensive tail craft and all this other stuff that take up more mana than you already skilling. So I'm just using this as basis on what runes I do have at the moment at this time. Okay, and I went speed, HP, which I tried to keep it in the same thing for Megan. Base, beginning, fatal blade, all attack times 3, or, wrong one, sorry, wrong one. I'm sorry, y'all, wrong one. It's still fatal, you could do fatal blade and all attack if you're early, but general idea they want you to use is swift energy, because of speed, HP. So based on Megan, and this is me just looking up stuff. I'm like, I done looked all over the place. Swift energy, speed, HP, and then later on you may want to switch her to swift nemesis, speed, HP, and then for subs, speed, HP, death. So, okay, I done gave you 3 in water, so that's the 3 in water that I picked out that I needed the most attention at the moment. And if I had to go on and put a 4th person in position, I would go on and say lapis. I have vampire blade, but sometimes you can do vampire revenge. It's kind of a mixed basket with her, but that would have been my 4th water monster. So that was what I did in the water category. I'm gonna go on and move to the fire, and I did speed, critical damage, accuracy. You might do something else if you have a rune selection you want to do on her. Put it on, post it at the bottom. Okay, we going over to the fire category. These are the ones I picked in fire that I really needed. Mostly, mainly Colleen. I know a basic monster of all monsters, but I really needed her more like for necro than anything. I went with offset because I didn't really have a lot of viral. I really didn't have a lot of revenge, so I kind of fell a little bit short on that as far as a whole getting that together. But for Colleen basic simple rules, looking up online, of course, swift energy, speed, HP, um, and then later on, this is what I was generally trying to do. The second set for later on in the game is revenge times 3, speed, HP, and subs you want to generally have in speed, HP, or death. So that's basically what I did on Colleen. Uh, choices. Okay, next one that I kind of really went after will be right down the way right here, which is Colleen. Colleen. I know I'm saying that wrong, sorry. I know I am saying that terribly, horribly wrong. Let me get to where we need to get to. I'm sorry I'm being so slow. Shoot. If it cuts off in between, I'll post this and come back. I do not know how much space I have left while I'm recording. So this is my catch-22. If it does cut off, I will start over again where I left off. No introduction, nothing, just start all over. Let's see. Give me just a moment, y'all. I apologize. I really wish they would make these listings a little more friendly. When you're trying to look up a monster, they really don't have it helper friendly right now to where you can just really get to where you need to get to. Let's see. While I'm still looking that up, I went with shield, revenge, endurance, and speed, HP is what I went after because I wanted him to last a little bit longer. Mine was kind of getting killed off very early, and it was kind of somewhat pissing me off. So I really wanted to get him together. Oh my goodness. Like I said, some sites are not very user friendly to when you looking up a particular monster. You have to almost go through the whole page, which that's what I'm doing, which is ridiculous. Okay, here we go. On Colleen, which I know I'm saying it wrong, Fire Anubis. Base set that I've looked up online, Swift Energy, Speed, HP, and then later on, Violent Nemesis, Speed, HP, and then for your sub, Speed, HP, Death. So that's something you might want to try. I just happened to go after that because I really, really, really wanted to try to see if I can make him a little more survivable. Um, and then I have a lot in the fire category, but I'm gonna go on and just pick two more, and my two more are actually gonna be actually one of them is, oh gosh, Lord, I brought everything out of my storage, y'all, because I was trying to go on. I was kind of pressed for time. My next person is Verde, saying that wrong. Fire vamp. Fire vamp is another one that I wanted to try to get more speed, and I just really like vampire. Halloween, Halloween. Let's see. For base set on him, Fatal Blade, and you have speed, critical rate, HP. You kind of want to go for 100% critical rate on him, but most people will tell you try to avoid from using slot 4 on 100% critical rate, which is a hard thing to do, and I don't have that at the moment, so I had to go on with a straight up critical rate. And like I said, my runes are uneven. Please even out your runes. So when it comes down to the long haul, you won't be crying on how much mana you spending. And some, I just changed his whole rune set because I never did like the other one. It was so broken, it wasn't even funny. Now the later set for Fire Vamp is Violent Revenge, Speed, Critical Damage, Attack. And your subs, from what I'm reading online, Critical Rate, Speed, Attack. So, I'm trying to see how this is gonna work out for me once I get the runes up. I'm gonna try to get them all up to at least maybe 9, so you can actually see the full scope of how it actually works. And then my next one is actually a fusion mon. I'm not even gonna try zone phase. I'm doing it anyway. Fire panda. Um, He's one of your fusion mons, which I also recommend that you get him. But first, always fuse Vero first, then Sig, then your Fire Panther. That's how I feel on my order. It might be different for y'all. Um, Fire Panda, base rooms from what I looked up online is guard times 2 / focus. Speed, depth, accuracy. And then later on, violent revenge, depth, critical damage, depth. And then your subs, critical rate, critical damage, depth. I didn't quite get to where I was going with this speed, depth, so I just went with speed, depth, anything at the moment because I'm not I'm just trying stuff out because these are some of the ones, like especially the Fire Panda I fused and then never did really use him. So I'm trying to get him back into being used again. Okay, a win category. Win category, and I'm actually gonna mention a lot, but I'm gonna mention my base 4 on here. Actually, lushen. Yes, 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 and yes. Lushen, yes. Lushen, yes. I would also like to mention the twins, the warrior boomerang, and the chakram warrior. But like I said, that's only if you have them. Lushen, you kind of want to go for him seriously. Let's see. Okay. For Lushen, I'm going to online because I'm gonna tell you right now, all my runes that I got on my Lushen are ones that what I have. Like I said, not everybody can spend a whole entire day trying to, find runes. I'd rather wait till it's an event that's worth it for me to search runes. Base online, Fatal Blade, um, attack, critical rate, attack. Then later on, Rage Blade, which I have now, attack, critical damage, attack. And your subs, critical rate, critical damage, attack. So I did try to go and yes, you do see a plain rune down there. I try to avoid using a normal rune. But if you do not have any of your other runes at the moment representing that, I'm going to stop pretty much at probably 6 plus in this till I can give me a critical damage in the other type of rune. But if you have it, it's a percent, not a plain, use it. I'm not gonna upset myself on that. Lushen, yeah. Next one will actually be is right next door, which right now I've just got her on anything, and I pretty much going through all my monsters. I ran out of time. Chasun is very useful. I like chasun, so I decided to rework her up because a couple of places she just wasn't cutting the cake. She was stubborn, but still. So I went for, well, online as far as basic, it is 3 times energy in the beginning for beginning play, speed, HP, and if later on they say violent nemesis for her, speed, HP, and then subs in speed, HP, and death. I mean, this is what I found online. If you have something else different on your chasun, put it at the bottom, or any of the other ones I done mentioned, put it at the bottom. Because, I mean, chasun is very useful. Okay, and actually, I'm so stuck right now on who I want, but I'm going right back the other way, and I'm going to do probably 3 on honorable mention. Next one I'm doing is Copper. I decided to bring him back out of storage because I really like him, and right now we have like a dungeon right now. It's the water copper, water copper. I can't even think of the name right now. I'm so sad. Pretty much every one of the living armor is actually very useful. So eventually my goal, if I ever get to it, is to have a full set of all colors on living armor. But right now I'm just gonna work on wind and dark, which is copper and zinc, ironically. And right now on him, I think it's the same thing that I do have on him now, which pretty much they put on him is guard, all guard. But I'm gonna check that real quick. that living armors can actually really do some damage, especially in defense, guild war, or other, but overall can be used in other places quite fairly, usefully, and very easily. So, I mean, so okay, on Carper, yes, the base setup in the beginning, if you're an early person, beginner, uh, 3 guard, 3 times, def, 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 def. I got critical damage in here because I didn't have a def. So, eventually later on, I probably changed it to a def, but I had a critical damage and that was all I had left in my guard category. And later on, for further in the game, if you want to say it, late gameplay, violent revenge